Nora, your sister and Liam are already engaged. Stop trying to stir things up. Your mom and I bought your ticket. Go abroad for a few years. When the wedding's over, you can come back.
Nora Hayes finally understood. She'd come back to the day Daniel and Linda Hayes forced her onto a plane. Last life she'd listened. Then she'd chased Liam again and again, trying to explain. All she got was disgust. She'd died on an operating table. A television showed that Liam marrying Grace Hayes. If this was a second chance, she wasn't about to throw herself at his feet again.
Fine. I'll go.
She took the ticket, her voice calm. Her parents were stunned.
You really mean it?
Liam had been hers. Her parents pried him out of her hands and handed him to Grace. More than 20 years ago, when Grace was diagnosed with leukemia, Daniel and Linda had another child. Nora was born as a cure. From that moment on, she existed in Grace's shadow. There was only one thing she refused to surrender: Liam Carter. After a car crash left him blind, Nora stole the spare key and visited him every day.
I'll come every day.
She promised. She never told him her real name. She took his hand and traced letters into his palm.
Call me 7.
The night before his surgery, he kissed her fingertips.
When my eyes are fixed, the first thing I am going to look at is you.
The surgery lasted 12 hours, but when Liam opened his eyes, the first person he saw was Grace. Daniel and Linda had slipped a sedative into Nora's drink. Then they lied, swearing the girl who'd been by his side had always been Grace. He never questioned it. Nora looked at her parents.
First you begged me to leave, and now that I've agreed, you don't believe me.
Afraid she might change her mind, they left. Nora went to her room. Her phone buzzed. A text from Liam, 8 p.m. Grand Hyatt, room 1808. Last time she'd walked straight into him and Grace in bed together. She typed back, okay. At 8 sharp, she walked into the hotel. The door stood ajar. Inside, Liam had Grace in his arms. Used condoms lay scattered. Grace screamed. Liam didn't look up.
I told her to come. I want her to understand. I only love you.
Second life. Same scene. Nora stood there, nails digging into her palms. Eventually, Liam walked toward her.
Did you get the message? Remember your place. I am your brother-in-law.
Nora's face was empty.
I got it, and I understand.
Liam faltered. He handed her an envelope.
Our wedding is next month. I hope you'll come.
Nora took it.
I'll be there. I wish you two a lifetime of happiness.
She followed them out, head down. Then a scream split the air. A lightbox sign came crashing down. Liam grabbed Grace and pulled her back. Only Nora was left standing. The impact slammed into her. Pain exploded. Blood rushed over her skin. Through it all, she saw Liam wrapped protectively around Grace. She let her eyes fall shut. The boy who'd once held only her was gone. Nora woke in a hospital. The nurse said she'd been out 2 days. Her sister brought her in. Her parents and brother-in-law had been in the room next door with Grace the whole time. Nora shook her head.
They don't want to see me.
In the afternoon, she dragged herself to a follow-up exam alone. Passing Grace's room, she saw her parents and Liam gathered around Grace's bed. Daniel tucked the blanket. Linda peeled grapes. Grace's face was soft.
Dad, Mom, you haven't even gone to see Nora.
Grace said sweetly.
Her injuries are worse.
Oh, don't worry about her.
Daniel said.
That girl survives wherever you dump her.
Liam sat at Grace's side.
Nora's always been cold and selfish. She even dared to lust after her own brother-in-law.
Nora finished her checkup alone. On her way to the pharmacy, Grace stepped in front of her. Grace said,
Let me spell it out. Even if you tell Liam you were the one with him, it won't matter.
Nora's reaction was calm.
From today on, I am done with Liam Carter.
Grace scoffed.
Do you think I need your charity?
Nora turned to walk around her. Grace grabbed her wrist and yanked her into the fountain. Neither knew how to swim. Nora's half-healed wounds tore open. Blood seeped into the water. Her strength gave out. Liam crashed into the water. He swam right past her to Grace, hauled her up. Grace collapsed against his chest.
Nora didn't mean to. Please get her out too.
Liam's face went cold.
She wanted to drown you and then play victim. Let her stay in there and cool off.
Nora's consciousness frayed. The last thing she saw was Liam walking away with Grace in his arms. She woke to Daniel and Linda at her bedside, faces thunderous.
How dare you push Grace into the water?
You are nothing compared to your sister.
Daniel boomed. Nora laughed, sharp and cracked.
If you hadn't lied, Liam Carter would never have looked at her twice.
Daniel's hand came down hard across her cheek.
We gave you your life. If we want to give it to your sister, we will.
The door banged open. Liam stepped inside.
Truth?
He asked.
What truth?
Daniel and Linda jumped.
Just teaching this ungrateful girl a lesson.
Daniel stammered. Liam's gaze slid to Nora.
If she won't admit she was wrong, lock her in the morgue.
They called security. Nora didn't fight. She let them drag her to the cold, silent section. The morgue was windowless. She wrapped her arms around herself, shivering. Time crawled. Hunger gnawed. The door creaked open. Liam stepped inside.
Do you admit you were wrong?
I was wrong.
Nora
Completely wrong.
rasped.
Completely wrong.
She staggered past him.
Wrong to fall in love with you in the first place.
Once discharged, Nora went back to the Hayes house and pulled out every trace of Liam: journals, letters, photos, gifts. She tossed everything into a trash bag. On her way back, she almost collided with Liam and Grace. Liam's gaze flicked to the trash can. Grace tightened her arm around him.
Seems Nora's finally learned her lesson.
Liam didn't bother to look at Grace.
When I don't like someone, this is as nice as I get.
Nora walked past them without a word. The next day was Grace's birthday. The hotel ballroom was packed. Nora sat alone in a shadowed corner. Not far off, Daniel and Linda glowed beside Liam and Grace. Guests orbited them. Nora remembered her own birthdays, Grace dragging their parents away, leaving Nora to blow out candles alone. After Grace made her wish, Daniel took the mic.
We've decided to name Grace as the future head of Hayes Group.
Liam stepped up.
My gift is 50% of Carter Group, along with my family's heirloom ring.
He slid the ring onto Grace's finger and kissed her. From her corner, Nora pushed herself to her feet, ready to slip away.
Nora,
Grace called.
where is your gift?
Heads turned. Nora pulled out the small box she'd prepared and walked it over. Before Grace could open it, Liam's gaze sharpened on Nora's wrist.
Where did you get that bracelet?
Nora instinctively touched the bracelet she'd worn when she visited him blind. Liam strode forward and wrapped his hand around her wrist.
Answer me. Who the hell are you?
Nora opened her mouth, but Grace cut in.
Nora, why did you take my bracelet without asking?
She reached for Nora's wrist, nails carving 3 lines across Nora's hand. Nora yanked back on reflex. Grace staggered dramatically as if shoved. Liam caught Grace. When he looked at Nora, his expression was dark.
You stole Grace's bracelet and attacked her. You really are disgusting.
Nora lifted her bleeding hand.
If you remember this bracelet so clearly, how have you never noticed Grace never wears it?
Daniel's slap cracked across her face. She pitched backward into the champagne display. Hundreds of glasses shattered. Glass and liquid rained down. Linda walked over and tipped red wine over Nora's face.
Grace didn't wear it because it was sent for repairs.
Daniel declared 50 lashes according to Hayes' family rules. The whip sliced through the air and landed across Nora's back like fire. Blood seeped through her dress.
I didn't steal anything.
She gasped.
Grandma gave it to me.
No one moved to help her. Liam wrapped an arm around Grace's shoulders and covered her eyes.
Don't look.
Nora watched them retreat. Her eyelids sank shut. Nora dragged herself to the hospital alone. The doctor spent 3 hours cleaning glass out of her skin. She stayed 2 days for observation. During that time, Grace texted every day photos of wedding dresses. Liam buying her everything. Nora didn't reply. Once cleared, Nora went back to the Hayes house and started to pack. She took only essentials. The butler found her.
The young miss said, you can move to the basement.
Nora shook her head.
I am leaving the country. I am not coming back.
Liam's voice floated in.
Who is not coming back?
Grace breezed out.
You are early.
She looped her arms around Liam. They disappeared into her room. Nora tightened her grip on the suitcase handle. The rest of the day, Liam and Grace moved through the house like a 2-person show. Staff whispered about their devotion and about Nora's misfortune. Standing behind her closed door, Nora heard every word, but she stopped clinging. All she wanted now was a clean escape. Daniel and Linda booked a private room at a hotel. Grace tugged Nora into the back seat. On the drive, Grace and Liam built futures out of thin air. Nora sat pressed against the door, silent. The screech of tires sliced the air. A sports car barreled toward them. The impact slammed their car into a pillar. Nora's seatbelt dug into her ribs. Blood slicked her head and arms. Through the haze, she saw Liam climb out, cradling Grace in his arms. Flames licked up from the car. Nora dragged herself across the seat, through broken glass and twisted metal. She squeezed through the buckled door and crawled away. The explosion knocked her flat. If she'd hesitated a few seconds longer, she'd be dead. 5 minutes had crawled by. Liam never looked at her once. He just held Grace tighter. Medics rushed over.
Mr. Carter, the younger one's injuries are much worse. If we don't operate, she could die.
I don't care what happens to Nora.
Liam shot back.
Treat Grace first.
Daniel and Linda hovered around Grace.
Save Grace first.
Daniel choked. Nora felt the last fragile threads of hope snap. Darkness rose again, dragging her under. Nora woke to the sharp bite of antiseptic. A doctor said they'd worked on her for over 10 hours.
It is a miracle you woke up.
She stayed 2 more days. No flowers arrived. No one came. On the day she was discharged, Daniel and Linda showed up.
Your sister's wedding is tomorrow. You promised you'd go.
Nora nodded.
Okay.
Linda managed a small smile.
We've wired money to your account. Take care of yourself overseas.
Nora pulled out the plane ticket to London and tore it into confetti. Then she booked a new flight, Australia. On her way out, she stopped by the doctor's office. Together they drafted a formal statement, legal severance of parental ties. She signed her name. Into the same box, she placed an old cassette tape, her recording of Liam reading to her when he was blind. She'd begged him to listen. He'd never spared her a minute. That night, the house buzzed with wedding chaos. Nora slept badly. By dawn, she hauled her suitcase to the driveway. The wedding motorcade pulled up. Liam stepped out.
Morning.
She said.
Congratulations, brother-in-law.
Liam blinked. His attention snagged on her suitcase.
You don't need to come to the wedding. Just stay home.
She shook her head and held out the box.
I am not going to your wedding. This is just a gift. Congratulations, and goodbye.
She slipped the box into his hands, got into the car, and pulled the door shut. Liam stared as the engine turned over. He almost called out, but Grace's voice floated down.
Liam, come pick me up.
In the rearview mirror, Nora watched him toss the box to his assistant without looking. Watched him sweep Grace up. The car rolled forward. Nora lowered the window, tossed her phone onto the side of the road, and drove away. As the plane lifted off, Nora sat by the window, watching the city shrink. She felt relief. For the first time in her life, she was leaving the place others called home. She was their biological daughter, but they just didn't love her. They'd had her for one reason, to save Grace, and then there was Liam. He believed the girl who'd stayed with him had been Grace all along. A pocket of turbulence dragged the plane. Nora's wounds ached. Cold lingered in her bones. Something soft slid into her lap. The man in the aisle seat had taken off his blanket.
Take it.
His eyes were arresting, dark, clear, too sharp to forget.
Thank you.
Nora said. Warmth made her drowsy. She drifted until the landing announcement played. After clearing immigration, she stepped out into the arrivals hall. Her messages were empty. She lifted her face to the unfamiliar sky. New life. She let them all go. Nora pushed her suitcase aside and ordered a rideshare. The driver, broad-shouldered with a tattoo sleeve, loaded her bag.
You local?
He asked.
You American?
Yeah. New York, Queens.
His grin widened.
Chicago, South Side.
On the way, she learned he'd moved for his girlfriend. He showed her a photo of them laughing. When he talked about her, his expression lit up.
What dragged you to Sydney?
He asked.
Work.
Nora said. He nodded.
If the opportunity's better, you go.
At the apartment complex, she tried to tip him. He waved her off.
We're both from back home.
Something warm settled in Nora's chest. The landlady pressed keys into her hand, ran through basic rules, then waved goodbye. The apartment was small but complete. A bed, wardrobe, desk, tiny balcony, a separate kitchen with a real stove. For the first time in a long time, that felt like enough. Nora unpacked, then slept. When she woke, it was afternoon. She slipped on a sundress and went out. She found a steakhouse. The steak was perfect. Then she reached for her wallet and realized she'd left it in her jeans. A black card slid into view.
Put hers on mine.
A man's voice said. It was him, the guy from the plane. For the first time, she saw his face without a mask. Sharp features, dark hair, a cool distance.
Thank you. How do I pay you back?
Buy me ice cream next time. Place downstairs from our building.
He walked away. She realized they were neighbors. Back at the apartment, she stocked the fridge. Her phone chimed. An email from Grace. Photos of the wedding dress, the ring, the family portrait. This is the dress I finally chose. Liam said this one showed off my waist. We decided against inviting you. Nora closed the email and set the phone face down. She let herself feel the ache for a few breaths. Then she exhaled and let it go. At the ceremony, a little boy ran into Grace, spilling grape juice across her white gown.
My dress.
She shrieked.
Whose brat is this? Get him out.
Liam hurried over. He caught the sharp, ugly annoyance on her face and faltered. In his mind, Grace was always gentle.
Liam,
Her tone flipped, soft and sweet.
when did you get here?
I heard you.
He said slowly.
Came to check if you were okay.
I am fine.
She laughed.
I'll go change.
He nodded, but unease curled in his gut. Lately, the face that flashed through his mind wasn't Grace's. It was Nora's. He remembered the box. He hadn't opened it. He called his assistant.
Where is it?
Miss Grace said it wasn't valuable and told me to toss it.
Go get it. Now.
The assistant came back with the box before Liam could take it. Grace appeared.
Look, I changed.
She wore purple. Liam remembered her saying she hated purple. He forced a smile.
You look beautiful.
Upstairs, the officiant announced their names. Liam led her down the aisle. Midway, he glanced sideways, and for a split second, the face turned up toward him was Nora's. His feet stopped moving.
Liam,
Grace whispered.
what is wrong?
Grace said his name again and again. Liam stood frozen, hand slack in hers. The officiant laughed, joking about overwhelmed grooms. Grace gave Liam's arm a shove. He blinked and took the last steps with her. They exchanged rings. Liam felt disconnected. Then came the toast. Someone handed him champagne.
I am not feeling well.
Liam said abruptly. He set the glass down and walked off the stage. Backstage, his assistant held up the box. Liam opened it. Inside, a cassette tape and a legal document. Termination of parental relationship. His fingers drifted to the tape. He knew it. Nora had asked him to listen. He'd always brushed her off. He found a tape converter. Static crackled. Then a male voice started to read. His voice. He grabbed his phone and dialed Nora. Call failed again. Straight to voicemail. Jaw tight, Liam snatched up the tape and headed back. He found Grace in a circle of guests, grabbed her wrist, and pulled her into a hallway.
Were you really the one with me when I was blind?
She blinked.
Of course, it was me.
What about the stories I read to you? Do you remember them?
Of course, I remember. It has just been years.
Her gaze skittered away. Liam watched her panic. Denial wasn't going to cut it anymore. Nora was the one who'd sat with him in the dark. Liam's stare went ice cold. Grace felt the bottom of her stomach drop.
I didn't mean I don't remember.
She rushed out.
I've been so overwhelmed with wedding stuff.
Liam looked down at her. All he felt was revulsion.
Are you seriously still lying to me?
He shoved her away. Grace stumbled and went tumbling down the steps, her gown ripping. 100 camera flashes went off. Liam strode to the stage, ripped the mic from the officiant's hand.
This wedding is canceled. Grace Hayes isn't the woman I've been looking for.
He walked out in the corridor. He almost ran into Daniel and Linda. He tossed the box at their feet.
You both know exactly what you've done.
Inside, guests buzzed. He called off the wedding in front of half the city. Grace's nails dug into her palm. Daniel and Linda rushed in.
Did you slip up?
Linda asked.
It has to be Nora.
Grace snapped.
She ruined this. You have to make her pay.
Linda's heart twisted.
We will. Your father and I will deal with Nora.
Daniel nodded.
We've always taken your side.
Grace finally noticed the box. She opened it. Bold black letters. Termination of parental relationship. Nora walked over to the window and pushed it open. Sunlight spilled across the floor. Downstairs, she caught a faint sound.
A kitten.
She found a skinny orange kitten wedged in a pipe, ribs showing. It tried to crawl toward her. She couldn't move the concrete blocks alone. She jogged back upstairs and knocked on Miles's door. He opened it, hair mussed.
Everything okay?
There is a kitten stuck. I need help.
He followed her downstairs, shifted the blocks, and scooped the kitten out.
We should get it to a vet.
They walked to a clinic. The vet tech said no fractures, just scrapes and underweight. The kitten would be okay. Nora turned to Miles.
Thank you. I never got your name.
Miles Cole.
He nodded at her.
And you.
Nora Hayes.
On the walk back, she learned Miles was a legal consultant. Their small talk drifted into real conversation. By the time they reached the building, they were talking like people who'd known each other longer than a couple of days. Nora jogged to the corner shop and came back with 2 ice cream cones.
You bailed me out. I pay my debts.
Miles laughed. Sunlight filtered through the branches. Heat crawled up the back of his neck.
I should go get some work done.
Sure. I'll check in with the clinic tomorrow. We can go together.
Yeah, text me.
Over the next few days, Nora and Miles walked to the animal hospital together. The kitten bounced back quickly. Nora wanted to bring him home, but her lease said no pets.
Then, let him stay with me.
Miles said.
My place is bigger.
Okay. But I am buying the food.
They hit a pet supply store. Nora hovered over different brands. Miles never rushed her. The quiet patience made her chest ache. Once upon a time, Liam had been like that.
What is wrong?
Miles asked.
Nothing. We never picked a name.
You should decide. You are his person.
What about Summer? We found him in the middle of summer.
Miles smiled.
Summer. It is.
They got Summer settled in Miles's apartment. Only when the kitten was comfortable did Nora head upstairs. She was towel drying her hair when her phone buzzed. A news alert. Billionaire Liam Carter abruptly calls off wedding mid-ceremony. She scrolled. Sunflowers everywhere. Because she'd told him sunflowers were her favorite. She closed the article. None of it changed the nights she'd begged for help and been left to drown. She set the phone face down on the nightstand. Whatever was happening back there wasn't her problem anymore. Grace read the document. Termination of parental relationship. She curled her lip.
What? Nora's throwing another tantrum.
Daniel snatched his phone and dialed Nora. The number was not in service. Linda tried. Same result.
Then, let her.
Grace said.
She ruined my life today. Kick her out of the family.
Daniel exhaled.
Fine, we'll make it official.
Back at the Hayes house, Grace tore down wedding decorations. She skipped dinner and slammed her bedroom door. Daniel and Linda hovered outside.
Grace, open the door.
I don't care. I am marrying Liam Carter. You said you had a way. Fix it?
They grabbed their keys and drove to the Carter estate. Guards stopped them.
This is private property. Turn around.
I am Liam's future father-in-law.
Daniel said. The guard laughed.
Mr. Carter isn't married. Get back in the car.
Daniel shouted past them.
Liam, there is an explanation.
A senior staff member walked down the drive.
Mr. Carter will see you. Mrs. Hayes waits downstairs.
Daniel followed the butler, every step heavier than the last. Liam stood in his study, a cigarette burning low. He'd had his people tearing through the city. Every number came back dead. A knock sounded. Daniel stepped in. Liam didn't bother with pleasantries.
Was that supposed to be a threat?
Daniel shivered.
I just don't want to see a good match ruined.
A good match?
Liam repeated. He laughed.
Does it matter which girl took care of you? You and Grace get along.
Liam stepped forward and fisted a hand in Daniel's collar.
If you don't tell me the truth right now, I'll throw you off this floor.
Daniel's knees gave out.
It was Nora, not Grace. Grace came to us and said you were looking for a girl. So we told Grace to take her place. The bracelet was Nora's too.
Liam's voice went flat.
If either daughter would do, why lie?
Daniel scoffed.
Grace is the daughter we waited for. Nora was just born to save her.
Liam suddenly understood the signed document.
Where is she now?
She left for England. We bought her a ticket.
Liam nodded once toward the door. Bodyguards stepped in.
Lock them both in the basement.
Daniel's eyes bulged.
You can't do this.
Liam crossed to the window and hurled the ashtray at the floor. Glass exploded. Blood welled on his forearm. All he felt was the hollow roar in his chest. Nora, where are you?
Mr. Carter, this is what you asked for.
His assistant set a manila envelope on the desk. Liam pulled out hospital billing records. One line highlighted, emergency cord blood collection, patient, Grace Hayes. Nora's name appeared as the donor. Beneath lay an old phone with a cracked screen. Nora's.
We recovered whatever data we could.
Liam typed 0616. His birthday, the phone unlocked. He opened the photos, street corners, clouds and him, shot from the side in a lecture hall. Blurry frames in the dim light of the Carter estate. She'd kept everything. He backed out and tapped on messages. The name at the top made his stomach drop. Grace. Photo after photo, wedding dresses, Grace pressing her cheek to his arm around her waist. Sent straight to Nora. Underneath the texts, he is my fiancé now. You only exist because of me. Anything I want, you give up. Liam's vision went red.
Bring Grace here, now!
Grace took a shower, blew out her hair, redid her makeup. By the time the driver pulled up, she looked like she could step onto another altar.
Remember, slow over the speed bumps,
she said. The assistant caught her eye in the rearview mirror. The look in it made her frown pity. Final almost. The car stopped. No one opened Grace's door. She reached for the handle herself. Hands yanked her sideways. A blindfold dropped over her eyes.
Who are you? I am Liam Carter's wife.
A kick landed against her calf.
Shut up.
She had no idea how long they walked. Then someone shoved her into a chair. The blindfold was ripped away. Liam stood in front of her, his hand shot out, fingers clamping around her jaw.
Where is Nora?
Nora's flights, her schedule. I really don't know where she is.
Liam pulled her old phone from his pocket. Every vicious line she'd ever sent was right there.
I only texted her because I didn't want her going after you.
She blurted.
So you are admitting you drove her away.
The guard's open palm cracked across her cheek. Fire tore through half her face.
You are disgusting.
Liam said.
You lied to me. You stole from her. She is your sister, Grace.
He swept his arm across the table. Everything crashed to the floor. Grace flinched. Something inside her snapped.
You want to call me cruel? Everything I did while you were looking the other way. You loved her so much, you didn't even recognize her.
His fingers closed around her throat. She clawed at his wrists. The room narrowed. Dark spots burst across her vision. He didn't let go. Her struggles weakened. Her body went limp. Only then did his grip slacken. She coughed once, chest hitching. Liam grabbed a handkerchief and wiped his hand.
Post a guard at the door. Don't let her die.
Liam started with Hayes Corporation. Carter Group undercut them on every contract. Within weeks, the company was a dirty word. When his people relayed the numbers, Daniel hit the floor, out cold. Linda spun in circles. Grace launched into begging.
Liam, please. I can't stay down here anymore. There are roaches.
Let you out. You only get one key. You or your parents pick.
Me. Obviously me. The whole idea of pretending to be Nora, that was theirs.
Daniel and Linda stood a few feet away, having heard every word.
After everything we've done for you.
Liam flicked 2 fingers. Guards dragged Grace back. He watched Daniel and Linda crumble. They would walk out alive. In return, they'd cut Grace off. After what they'd heard, they didn't hesitate. They signed. They walked out with nothing.
What about Grace?
His assistant asked later. Liam didn't look up.
She hasn't even started paying yet.
He made sure Grace tasted every trauma she'd helped arrange for Nora. By the time the doctor came down, Grace was staring at a point past the ceiling, mind shattered. Liam signed intake papers.
Keep her alive. That is all I care about.
None of it brought Nora back. But the Hayes family no longer had anything left to take from her. Liam haunted the house where he'd been blind. Her presence lived in the small details. Furniture arranged so he wouldn't bump into it. Textured tape on the hallway. Her shampoo scent on an old blanket. Memories crashed over him. Before he realized it, tears slipped down his cheeks. His phone rang.
Mr. Carter, we tracked her down, Sydney.
Book me the earliest flight.
Sir, your health.
I am not asking. Get the ticket.
The plane tore across the sky. Liam sat by the window, hands clenched. He had to see her, on the other side of the world. Sydney's sky had been clear. By afternoon, misty rain rolled in. Nora stood at her window, watching drizzle streak down the glass. She'd aced a second-round interview. She called Miles.
I was going to take you out to celebrate, but unless we're swimming to the restaurant, we're stuck.
Miles chuckled.
We stay in and do hot pot. I have broth.
Nora's mood snapped back up.
You have real broth?
They met under the awning and shared an umbrella toward the supermarket. When a jeep barreled through a puddle, Miles yanked Nora toward him. They collided hard. Her palm flattened against his chest. Under the umbrella, the world shrank to the two of them. Their noses brushed. Up close, she noticed his lashes were unfairly long. His jaw softened when he looked at her. Heat flooded Miles's face.
Nora.
Her heart did a messy little lurch.
Supermarkets going to close.
She slipped out of his hold. Miles adjusted the umbrella and fell into step beside her. They walked out of the supermarket, arms weighed down with bags. The air was washed clean. Then Nora saw him, Liam Carter. Her smile disappeared. Miles stepped slightly in front of her. Liam had been running on adrenaline. What he hadn't prepared for was seeing her with another man. He moved forward. Miles shifted with him.
Who are you?
Liam held himself in place. He turned to Nora.
Do you know this guy?
She nodded, once.
Yeah, I know him.
Miles's voice softened.
Do you want me to walk you upstairs?
She shook her head.
Let's just not make a scene.
She started forward, intending to walk past Liam.
Nora, can we talk, please?
Miles exhaled.
Talk to him if you want. I'll wait up there.
He lifted the bags from her hands and walked toward the lobby. Nora faced Liam. Her eyes were steady, dark, distant.
There is nothing left for us to talk about.
I know everything, now.
He said, hoarsely.
I know it was you. I should have believed you. Can you forgive me? She is paid for what she did. We can start over.
Nora didn't answer right away. When she finally spoke, her voice was quiet.
Do you know when I first fell in love with you? High school. Before the accident. The nights I spent with you were the only time I didn't feel like an extra.
Her lips tipped up.
I kept waiting for you to recognize me, but you didn't. If love needs that many explanations, it is probably already dead. I loved you, Liam. But I don't anymore.
His mouth parted.
Nora,
You are late. That is all.
She glanced past him to Miles, waiting by the lobby.
I am building a life here. You don't get to show up now and ask me to pretend. I loved you. I survived you. That is the end. Please don't come looking for me again.
She turned and walked toward Miles. He took the heavier bag from her hand without a word. Under the fading light, they headed toward the entrance, shoulders almost brushing. Liam stood rooted to the sidewalk. He had never pictured her telling him calmly that she'd already put him down and walked away. From that day on, Nora never saw Liam again. She heard fragments that he'd sold his company, vanished from headlines. Her parents tried reaching out. Nora said nothing. She mailed back the disownment agreement they'd sent years ago. A year later, Nora had her own studio. Light-filled space, 2 desks, a coffee machine that rattled. She had teammates who'd become friends. The days were hers. On the studio's first official day, she knocked on Miles's door. No answer, she called. No response. A push notification slid across her screen. Black Pagani involved in fatal crash. Miles's 25th birthday gift had been a black Pagani. Panic roared. She flagged down a rideshare. The crash site was cordoned off. Nora tried to push through. An officer stopped her.
Ma'am, you can't go past this line.
I know the driver. He is my partner.
The officer angled a tablet toward her. A photo of a gray-haired man.
Male, 62, suspected narcotics trafficking.
Nora's knees gave out. She wasn't aware she'd started crying until someone pressed water into her hand. Miles got the call from the police. When he pulled up and saw the mangled black Pagani, he let out a low whistle. Nora saw him. She looked up with eyes still wet. Miles crossed the distance and hauled her into his arms.
Hey, I am here.
She hit his shoulder.
Where did you go? I thought you were gone.
I was setting something up for you.
Nora sniffed.
Security cameras, Miles. I saw you moving stuff around in my office.
He dragged a hand through his hair.
Right.
She'd seen the fairy lights, the flowers, the way he'd paced in front of her drafting table. She'd pretended not to notice.
How much did you see?
He asked.
Enough.
She said softly. He reached into his pocket and opened his hand. A simple ring, silver band, a single stone. Nora's eyes widened.
Whether I say it now or later,
he said.
It is going to end up here anyway.
He held her hand.
Nora Hayes, I know you've been through hell. If you let me, I'll spend the rest of my life standing on your side of the line. Will you be with me?
Nora laughed through her tears.
I thought this was just a confession. Why does it sound exactly like a proposal?
Because it is. I don't do halfway.
She stared at the ring at his face, serious and hopeful and a little terrified, and felt something inside her slowly grow back.
I should probably think about it.
She managed. His smile was soft.
Take all the time you need. I am not going anywhere.
Sunlight filtered through the leaves, laying a warm glow across his shoulders. Nora looked at the man who had never once asked her to prove she was worth choosing. The hollow space in her heart no longer felt like a wound. It felt like new skin. Miles Cole was the one piece of sunlight she'd finally decided to keep.